Students at several Plaquemines Parish high schools were among the thousands who walked out across the metro area today.
But for those at Belle Chasse High School, there were no signs or chants. Rather, it was a time of reflection. Paul Dudley was there and tells us more about the message. Paul?
Well, Natalie and Karen, the walkout was a way to peacefully honor the 17 lives lost in last month's shooting in Parkland, Florida. The school made it clear, though, that this wasn't about guns or taking a political stance, but rather it was a way to better students. The hope here is that any type of violence can be prevented.
At Belle Chasse High School, the National School Walkout Day felt more like a quiet outdoor assembly than a protest. But for students like Justin Bennett, silence speaks volumes.
It was a good way of saying there needs to be change without being too forceful, without being too aggressive. It was nice, calm, and dealt with in a peaceful manner.
At first, school administrators wrestled with how to handle the walkout, taking place Wednesday at roughly 3,000 schools nationwide. Ultimately, they decided it was in the best interest of the students to let them participate if they wanted. If they didn't, that was fine too, according to Principal Jimmy Carlone.
We want them to, first of all, be civic-minded and understand that they do have choices. They don't have to be forced to take a political agenda or take a side. This wasn't about either one of those things. It was about kindness, and it was about what can they do individually to change themselves for the better.
Carlone says the safety of students is always top of mind. There are plans to put in $600,000 worth of new doors this summer. Intruder drills are held regularly with students and police. The walkout also comes at a time when state leaders are discussing the controversial issue of arming teachers.
I feel that there may be some teachers who would be willing, perhaps, and skilled to do that, but I personally would not want to handle a gun in the classroom.
Back at the walkout, Bennett says the solution may be undetermined, but this was a good start.
Reflection really gives you a chance to say what needs to be done on this level, and now that we did it on this level, what needs to be done on the next, and the next, and the next, and therefore.
The school also says another reason for the more mellow walkout was to make sure the school day was not interrupted. The 17-minute-long walkout was held during a normally scheduled break.
I want to take this time to welcome Paul to our Channel 4 team, visiting us from San Diego.
I'm very excited to be here and very looking forward to trying all the seafood.
Well, and I know you've only been here since Saturday, but you're getting settled?
Oh, I'm getting settled just well, living in the Bywater, so it's a great neighborhood and I'm really enjoying it.
Well, we're glad to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome.